Since it's such a new vehicle, there is a confusing information about the oil and the oil filters to be used on this vehicle. I stopped by at their Toyota dealer and found out that it actually is using small canister style oil filter, which is screw on, different from 2020 models and many other Toyota vehicles. Typically I change oil at 3,000 miles or before 3,000 miles, but it happened to be that we will be changing it at 4,500 miles. I have my LiftMaster jack to raise the vehicle, the support stands, jack stands to keep vehicles safely raised, and oil pan oil 0W16 is a somewhat unusual oil in this vehicle. Of course, paper towels and former baby blanket to provide some mat for me as I'm crawling under the car. So let's go ahead then and start the oil change. Today I'm using 0W16 Model 1 oil, and we're going to add 4.5 quarts per Toyota's spec. And then we'll warm up the oil in the engine and test it with the dipstick, which is never very precise. The key is not to overfill with oil because it ends up being thrown in catalytic converter and fouls it, expensive repair. Looking at the measure bars here, about half a quart left, or 1 pint, and here I am filling a 1 pint jar. Let's see. Looks like we have a little bit more. I'm trusting the dispensing in Model 1. And here I am. From 5 quarts, I retain 1 full pint, so should be 4.5 quarts. I will use this container in which oil came for recycling of the old used oil. No? Well, I see actually a few flakes on the bottom. So that's the reason to change oil earlier than later. So if you look carefully, those little flakes, they're metal flakes. And that's something which we don't want to circulating in the engine, and that's one primary reason for changing oil. Okay, the engine is off, oil is warmed up to temperature. First we wipe off the dipstick. I wish Toyota will introduce electronic dipstick as on many German cars is available, because this is for birds. Seriously, you cannot tell where the oil stops and where it starts. So you gotta do it several times and then it's still a guess. That's the reason I prefer to measure oil more or less precisely and stay with specification. I'm seeing demarcation line here at about 3/4 from the top dot of the oil level indicator. So that should be just about right. Well, I hope you guys found this video interesting, helpful. If you're changing your own oil, let me know in comments. If you have any questions, like, subscribe. Thank you for watching and see you next time.